All right. We should be good now. Let's see. All right. We're back with another episode. First, the sponsors. This is an episode of Inside the Green Room. I want to go through a few of the sponsors. They're all listed on the website. Head over to www.johnbartoloshow.com. You'll see a complete list there. I want to thank a few of them. Gala Technology, Rhino Metals, Volquartsen Firearms. Shout out to Scott. Right On Optics. Shout out to Brady Spieth. Go check out their podcasts. And, of course, Enforce Weapon Lights, SIG Sauer. So much to report today. There's so much to get into. I want to dive in. Yeah, smash the like button. Shout out to Eric K. I'll be able to interact with you guys a little bit more today. We've had a rapid fire. I don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to try. Okay? The last time we did a Green Room segment was about 2 weeks ago, and since then, we've managed to have on not only the flip-flop guy, Andy, Mike Zanger from Bjj Fanatics, Lindsay Yoda, Brian Goldstein, Matt Price, and Matt Wolf and Bruce Cardenas, Dr. Kyle Gillette, Logan Hanks, Max Griffin, Matt Price, jump the gun, 2 Matts. From Knuckle Sammy's, Clinton Adam from Ballistic Advantage, Nurse Erin, Jason and George were in town from Big Daddy Unlimited, and of course, Tony Blauer. It's a lot of episodes. I hope that, in the process of recording those episodes that I earned some of you guys respect in terms of being able to put out content, have quality guests on, and continuously bring you the updates. I think that's really important. I've had a lot of strong opinions in the business and a lot of opinions towards different entities and different things. And I like to think that by sitting with this many folks throughout the year, and it's over 100, that it gives me a certain area of knowledge. And when you spend that much time with people that are leaders in their various communities, you can't help but soak something up, take something in. But I want to start with the guests because it's important. I want to start with Andy, the flip-flop guy. What a great experience. If you ever get the opportunity to go check him out, what a great experience. We haven't talked about it yet. I know a lot of you guys followed along. We got the opportunity to have a whole leg of deer, and it was just phenomenal. The process, the way it's cooked, the marinade, everything Andy did is phenomenal. If you ever get the opportunity to be a part of a flip-flop, it's amazing. It was myself, I believe Joe Benavidez, Megan Olivey. I know Claudia Gadeja was there. Marcy from The Office had an opportunity. There's a bunch of us there. Cody Stamen came. What a great opportunity. If you ever get the chance to participate in a flip-flop, do it 100%. You could sit there and literally eat a 20-pound leg as a group, and you're like, where did it go? And there's nothing but a bone left. What a great experience. Right after that, we have Mike Zanger from Bjj Fanatics. Mike and I are from the same area. I love what he's done with Bjj Fanatics. What a phenomenal, group of guys associated with that brand. And I just love that they're putting out a lot of content, a lot of consumables, a lot of stuff for people to take in the martial arts community. And if you're looking for online knowledge, I can pretty much vouch for every guy Mike has up there, because if you know them, you follow them. These aren't McDojo type guys. They're legit as legit can come. So if you're searching for martial arts, what I would say, these are high level guys. Judiciously choose the stuff that you choose. Read the titles. Make sure you understand. You can't dive in right away and buy, Gordon Ryan's, advanced 2-week seminar on there without having some knowledge of the industry. So take your time, pace yourself if you check out the website. And he does a lot of really cool deals. Bjj Fanatics is phenomenal. After Mike, we had Lindsay Yoda on. She's an off-roader. That was a lot of fun. That's a community that's very intriguing to me. We had a great time. We had an awesome time having her in and getting to know that industry a little bit and communicate with her. Very eye-opening, very knowledgeable person, knows a lot about that space, and it was fun to have her. Brian Goldstein stopped in. Great update from Brian. He's got his hand in a lot of stuff. Fun guy to follow, fun guy to pay attention to and what he does. He's just kind of running around, and he's got his hand in a lot of different pots, guys. Go check out some of his stuff. Matt Wolf and Bruce Cardenas managed to get together, and we did a really cool roundtable. Matt obviously took a little bit of the lead on it. Bruce had to hop off and take a call, but it's always fun to hear from those guys. Both guys in their field are tremendous assets to their genre, into their space, and what great dudes. Dr. Kyle Gillette stopped in. I'm always interested in these doctors and what they have going on in the cutting edge of your body and how to take care of it, and just things you can do and just more resources to look into. Super knowledgeable guy. Seems like he's got it all dialed in. Great chat with him, and I spent actually probably some of the most time chatting with him after. So what's up, Ryan? I got 3PO coming out soon. I'm going to get to that. So go check out Dr. Gillette. That was a lot of fun. Logan Hanks stopped in. I know a lot of you guys loved him. He plays the card of just being a farmer so well. Logan's an awesome guy. If you get a chance, check out his stuff. He's got a cool podcast. I managed to do his podcast if you haven't checked it out. Pretty cool episode. He flipped the script on me and did an interview with me right after ours. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed having Logan. I know a lot of you in the chat and you guys that are popping in and out had an opportunity to kind of interact with him. Super cool guy. If you're into farming, he's great. He's a great resource. We have Max Griffin on from the UFC. Really our only UFC fighter on in that stretch. Max was a phenomenal guest. He's got something always popping. If you check out his page, it's hilarious. Yeah, Ryan, busy as hell for sure. I'm going to get to you guys, though, coming up. So go check out Max Griffin. I had an awesome time with Matt Price, the Knuckle Sammy's guy. He was in town. I'm going to get to my side story. I had the opportunity. This is where this kind of gets good. I had the opportunity to kind of hang out with Matt, and we spent some time together, and we got the opportunity to go check out the fights, and we were sitting like 2 rows back. I was right behind Halle Berry and Jared Leto and those guys and Tommy Lee. What a lot of fun. I know some of you saw it. It's not stuff really I get into all the time, but what a great experience all in all. Just everybody was there. It was kind of popping. I got a chance to run into Byron Rogers, a past show guest. Great time running into him. Just shout out to the whole UFC crew. What a great time getting to talk and interact with those folks, especially I know I mentioned it on air, Halle Berry, and getting a chance to chat with her a little bit. Super exciting to see all those folks. And I know Matt had a great time here, but if you haven't checked out Knuckle Sammy's, go check out Knuckle Sammy's. Great crew. Awesome time. Clint and Adam were here from Ballistic Advantage. They were actually at the fights with me. I got a chance to talk to them a little bit, and that's how many guests I had on. I was literally going from one guest to the next guest. So people wonder how much work really goes in. What's up, Gilkman? People wonder how much work really goes in. I'm literally handing off one group of guests, going into the next set of guests, and the next, and the next, and the next. So it's always something coming up, and it's always a new challenge, but it's a lot of fun. And a lot of people say to me all the time, they're like, you must love that. I'm like, it's busy as hell, and everybody who comes in, you just have to hit the reset, and it's a new thing. So shout out to all you guys, and I appreciate everybody for the support on all the shows. But I got a chance to sit down with Clint and Adam. Exciting brand, Ballistic Advantage. Great place to go build a rifle. If you're thinking of building one, they're the guys to check out. A lot of fun. Great brand. Adam's a very well-spoken guy, and Clint, of course, is the heartbeat of that brand. And just phenomenal dudes. Go check out the brand. Go support them and anything they're doing. If you get a chance to listen to the episode, there's a lot of good hard-working nuggets in there of 2 guys that really started out running a machine. And if you know anything about that, guys, it's a lot of work and it's a long road, but they managed to build a multi-million-dollar brand and company around it in the machining space, and they're doing phenomenal work with barrels and rails and lower and upper receivers. Just the quality that's coming off their machines is phenomenal. Next up, we had Nurse Erin in. What an episode, guys. What an episode. She is phenomenal. If you haven't checked out the book, Undercover Epicenter Nurse, or Epicenter Nurse, as I referred to it, what a great read. And in fairness, if you listened to the episode already, you would have heard this. I'm about halfway through it, but it's a great book. And Erin did a phenomenal job laying out what she uncovered. And she's just saying, this is what I saw. Just to clarify, if you listen to the podcast, because I know YouTube will probably be all over it, but I would take a look at it. Phenomenal step in the right direction in terms of just the whole layout of what we're looking at with this pandemic, and just from the ground up. She does a great job. So go listen to that episode. If you haven't, go check it out. Nurse Erin, undercover epicenter nurse. And she was fortunate to come down here, sign some books, spend some time talking with us, and we had great chats, and a phenomenal on-air presentation. She just laid it all out. So if you're interested in hearing about the roots of this and kind of getting into, a lot of you guys out there commenting on the pandemic and COVID and all that stuff, she was at the ground level. So if you want to articulate an argument to your friends about where this kind of starts and what happened in New York and at Elmhurst, give that episode a listen. It's going to take you to that place. And I think that's an important pivotal moment to start. If you remember World War Z, he goes and visits, where it started. You kind of got to know the start if you're going to get into this. And for all you guys, it'd be a good listen. Next, we had the Big Daddy Unlimited guys in. A lot of people are familiar with the epic shoot and that experience. Drunk 3PO had the opportunity to go, and I'm going to get more into the Geeks and Gamers. He had the opportunity to go and participate in that. I have not been yet. I think they wanted to come out and sit down and kind of figure out, how to get more people involved in it or create the right cocktail at those events. I was excited to sit with them, and they happen to employ now a long-term friend of mine, Jason McCoy. We've been friends for a long time. I've been a friend, advisor, confidant to Jason for a very long time. He's a salt of the earth guy. And I know Big Daddy's taking a lot of heat out there, and to everybody that, saw the posts and saw everything, there's a lot of people that came in and chimed in and had, something to say, whether it's talking about buybacks, talking about this, talking about that. I can tell you guys this. I only know this. The way this works is you have to bring in the right people, and you have to get the right folks involved. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to clean it up, and they're trying to figure it out. There's been poor choice of words. There's figuring out, the legality of certain items that they carry and all these different things. Did this infringe? Did that infringe? That stuff goes on all the time in the business, guys. It happens every weekend. And if you think it doesn't, you're fucking dreaming. I'm telling you right now, whether everybody thinks they have a patent on something, and this stuff just works itself out. And you have to just turn a blind eye to it. They have been their own worst enemy at times, but they're seeing through it. And you have to give them time. You got to give them a chance. They're a new brand. They want to spend money in this side of the industry. They want to support things. Don't run them off. Be a fucking idiot. Don't run them off. Give them a chance. Let them figure it out. I can promise you, with a guy like Jason there, as long as he's there, the stuff they're going to do is going to have integrity, and it's going to make sense. But you got to give them a chance. And they're not paying me to say that. I'm not shilling for them. They haven't paid me a dime. I just know the people there. And I laid out some things if they wanted to do something together or work. I was very honest, and I know some of them will listen to this. I was very honest about changes and adjustments that had to be made before I even looked at that brand. And I think that they're going to do those things. So give them a chance. Let them figure it out. I know change is coming. Be patient with them and understand that it's going to not be easy. But if somebody's willing to spend some money and put some coin into this side of the business and the fight on this side of the aisle, guys, don't be idiots. Don't be idiots. Okay? There's a lot of people sitting on their hands. They're not. So think about that. Now, after I had the Big Daddy guys in, which was a lot of fun, I had the opportunity to end my crazy 2-week stretch with Tony Blauer. A lot of fun. It's always nice having Uncle Tony back in, as I like to call him. What a great time. Phenomenal guy. He's been around the combative scene for 1,000 years. He's a friend to a lot of us, and he has a couple really great seminars under the Spear system in his coaching. If you haven't checked it out, he's got a lot of different ways to manage fear, to handle fear, to help grapple with the idea of fear and how to approach those situations of, how to weaponize some of the things that you may have been taken for granted or maybe you hadn't paid attention to. And that's so pivotal. So pivotal. So go check out his stuff. It'll help you in life. It'll help you in any situation that's uncomfortable. There's a lot of different stuff he has there that can help you work through those moments. But training. Get with him, sit through one of his seminars. I managed to, I've seen him speak a couple times and managed to, check in on some of his seminars. Great stuff. All very applicable. And he's been a guest on the show multiple times. We got Drunk 3PO coming. He's probably on a plane right now. I'll be having dinner with the guy. So Drunk 3PO is coming to town. As you can see, my voice is it's coming back, but I'm trying to get off the mic. Yeah, I tried to take Thursday off to get off the mic. But Drunk 3PO is in town. We're excited to have Jay. Jay's going to be on Saturday. I have some festivities lined up. Probably going to have dinner with the guy tonight. Awesome to hear from him. I know he's got a lot of updates since doing the 9-line deal and just a lot of different things going on. Eventually, I'd love to get Ryan and all the guys back out here. Jeremy, at some point, I love checking in with those guys and see what's going on. But if you haven't checked us out, I think I was on the last edition of Sports Wars. Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. It's the last one, right? I think you air it every Sunday, or how does that work? But, we had a great debate about the Patriots, and I think Jeremy got a little startled when I brought up the bet. I think he got a little shaken. So, I managed to try to bet Jeremy that Bill Belichick's record would be a winning record without Brady. He has to net out, they made it very clear to me, net out 12 wins, which I don't understand why this is going to be so, mind-blowing to Jeremy. But you're talking about 3 years, an average of 4 wins a year over losses. I mean, I just don't see what he sees, and I know Belichick's very aware of records. So I want to put that out there to Jeremy. The offer still stands. I just don't know what he's looking at. But maybe he sees something I don't. Maybe he thinks Belichick's going to have a tanking year or something. I don't know. I actually think the Bills are on the downswing right now. And I think we're going to see that play out. Now, I'm excited to have all these different guys on. Ryan says I wrecked him. I don't know if I wrecked him. I think he threw that out there, but he was prepared. It was weird. He was prepared to die on that hill of Belichick having a losing record without Brady, which I didn't understand why, because all indicators post Cleveland were that Belichick has, in 2008 when Brady was out, he had a 10-6 season or 11-5. It was something like that. They had 10 wins. And even before Brady with Bledsoe, it wasn't like they were terrible. So I don't understand. Cleveland is a very difficult culture, and it would have been very difficult for Belichick to win consistently in Cleveland. But that's the nature of Cleveland. No coach in 100 years has managed to win there, consistently over time. It's a difficult place to win and a difficult place to assemble talent. But I don't know what he's looking at there. It's like saying, you can't post Belichick. He's basically saying Belichick can't post a winning record the next 3 years. It's basically what he's saying. I mean, in a roundabout way, which I don't understand. It's only 12 wins. If it was 20 or 30 or 50, I may be inclined to win. I don't think to agree. I don't think Belichick's going to have this crazy good record without Brady, but he also spent 20 years with the guy. So, you're blessed enough to coach 20 years in the NFL, but I don't see what he sees there. So there's that. Now, we're not going to have weeks, guys, and stretches like we had before, where we had all those episodes in. And any questions you have about them or the guests, anything, shoot, I'll do my best to answer them. But we won't have those stretches. But I do want to clarify a couple remarks, things that were brought up, things that have been brought up. I know we had a lot of guests in that are not attending the shows and are. Those are the decisions I leave up to the brands. I can only look at it and see where value is. I want to be clear about that. I have reached out to the organizations, NRA, Firearms Policy Coalition. I've offered free memberships to every guest, no one's called, no one's reached out. So I've attempted to extend the olive branch over and over and over again to the orgs to say, I'll do this, I'll do that. They're just not interested. I don't think they're interested in any of that. They kind of have this tunnel vision as to what they want to see and what they want to do, and I don't think that includes anything we're doing here. So that's all I can say, guys. I don't necessarily agree or disagree with them. I have my opinion, and it just kind of is what it is. That's how they see the universe. So give your money accordingly. Like when people say, hey, we really don't know what to support, I think there's a lot of truth to that. And I think brands and I think folks need to pay attention. There's a lot of shows out there, guys, a lot of different shows in my industry. Go support them. Go check them out. When I did the post talking about doing 100 shows this year, plus, I think there's a lot of guys that do great work, that do put great content out there. I think what we do here is exceptional, obviously, and we're trying to get better and we're trying to be better. I got to hear from you guys what the good guests are, who the good guests are, who I should have on, and help with that. I'm a one-man band trying to pull it all together, and I need your help. So if there's anybody out there that you want to see on, tag me in a post, share, post, whatever. And if you listen to the show consistently and you share it in your stories, I'll share it. So go ahead, put it out there. I do the best I can. I don't manage all the pages. There's a couple of housekeeping items I want to get into. I don't manage all the pages. I manage a few of them. I started to slowly give some away. So like the show page, everything, I'm still checking messages in some of them from time to time as the team lets me know, but I can't manage them all. So if somebody doesn't get back to you super fast or you feel like somebody's dragging their feet, I apologize ahead of time. I'm doing the best I can to check that stuff. I know for many of you, that's the only link you have to the show is DMing me, whatever. Many of you know I'm pretty liberal with my phone number if somebody needs to reach me or if some of you guys out there are trying to get in touch. I know I have to get in touch with a few of you. I'm doing the best I can with the time that I have to get everybody. So just bear with me. If anybody has any questions about the guests, about past guests, upcoming guests, the holiday, I'm going to get into some of that. I'm really excited about this weekend, and I'll probably have to do another Green Room segment after this weekend to kind of lead us into Christmas. As we get closer to the holiday season, I get it. You know, everybody's going to be busy running around. We're probably going to have an episode or two, but we will be doing a renovation. Okay, I have big announcements, some great stuff that's going on. I'm excited about all of it. It's going to take a minute, but we're going to get it done. We're going to have some renovations in here. That's going to be super fun. I do want to talk about some brands that have reached out to me recently and just along the way. If you are a brand and you listen to the show, and I've been getting a lot of this feedback, hey, we want to work with you, or hey, we want to do something, or whatever it is, I do the best I can, guys. If it's a product, you know, by all means, but you got to understand something. To everybody that listens to the show, including brands and a lot of you marketing directors that I speak to, because I did your job. I had a conversation this morning with another company, Pepperball, I believe it is. The marketing director called me. I talked to you guys. That's where I came from. So a lot of the stuff I'm going to say is going to be stuff that's from the heart and what I see. And if I'm telling you, hey, you know, we could do this, or hey, I can look at that, I do the best I can to try to please all you guys as best I can. But if it's just product, you have to understand, a lot of people send product here. There's a lot of product that's sent here. So I do the best I can to get that out. If I can have just 5 minutes of your time, guys, I'm going to do one thing really quickly, and I'm going to break down what's going to be coming up and how this will all play out. I have a lot of different moving parts. The holidays are going to be fast and furious. I'm going to do my best to get guests on and manage each guest as they come. If there's something you're looking for specifically, let me know, and I'll do my best to get them on or get them out. We all know how the holidays go, and then we lead right into SHOT Show, which is the third week of January. So please bear with me and just be patient. If anybody, Daryl said, is it going to be a mini Dana White office? It's not going to be a mini Dana White office. No. I wish. Dana White's office is off the charts. I can't top that. Sorry. I'm going to do the best I can. Do your best to like, subscribe, share, and support the show any way that you can. And I want everybody to know the orgs, all these different things, I'm behind them 150%. Whatever they decide, we need them in the end. But I'm going to do the best I can to support those and everybody around me. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what that's going to be. I'm going to do the best I can to support them. And whether or not they agree with everything I say, whether or not it's part of their mission, whatever that looks like, I'm going to do the best I can to support them. And we may not all agree with the stuff that they say, do, or otherwise, but we're going to do the best we can. It's all you can do. Here's another one. Most people say that is some of the best advice I give. He said, John, you can only do what you can and you can do no more. Everything will get done, but if you stress about it, it will not get done any quicker. Only be stressed. It will get done in the end. Okay, Eric. Yep. No, I agree with you. It's good advice. In the end, you can only do what you can do. So I'm going to do the best I can to support all you guys and everybody involved. And you guys are going to do the best to support me. But please remember, whether you're a part of the Geeks and Gamers crowd, you're a part of my audience, you're a part of the marketing teams and marketing directors in and around the industry, and you can hear my voice going a little, guys, I'm struggling. Please support the show. If you like the show, share it, push it out there, do the best you can, tag the sponsors, do the best you can to put the word out there. That's what means the most. Leave reviews. I don't worry about what other shows are doing. There's a lot of them. There's a bunch of different podcasts, a bunch of different people doing different things. We need to get this voice out there more, and without your help and without your support, it's not possible. I want to touch on a couple things few people messaged me about. Kyle Rittenhouse being one of them. I got a lot of LeBron James DMs too. I don't know why people are obsessed with him again. The best thing to do is just let him be irrelevant. And I'll elaborate my thoughts on LeBron James. I brought it up on Sports Wars and said it. Listen, guys, LeBron James was a multi-millionaire at 18 years old. If you're taking advice from him, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. It just kind of is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. People have messaged me about the SIG FCUs. Go check them out. I know Eric just shared the link. A lot of people have asked about that. It's an online portal you have to work through. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. A lot of cool stuff coming around the industry. SHOT Show is the culmination, and I know I'll be bringing this up as we move down the line more and more. Go check out SHOT Show if you get an opportunity. It's a great experience. If you have never done it, for sure, walk around. A lot of people message me about my schedule at SHOT Show. Guys, I'm one person. I can be in so many places. I've been on a couple calls about brands, different things. Let's try to make it all work, and I'll try to be everywhere I can be during SHOT. But again, if you start messaging me like, hey, can we link up? I don't do lunch and I don't do coffee and you know, I don't really stop at that show. I go in, I do what I got to do, I get out. The place is a zoo. So yeah, the LeBron things come up a lot, Rory. It's come up quite a bit. I don't, you know, just let it be. I want to touch on the Rittenhouse thing because I know I brought up LeBron. A lot of people ask me about Rittenhouse to clarify my thoughts. I will stand by it, and I think everybody else will. If I had a 17-year-old, I don't. They wouldn't be there. You know, and that's he was there, but he dealt with it as best he could and within the law. That's how I feel. Whether or not I think he should be doing all the press he's doing until he gets his civil suit behind him, that's different. That's different. Okay. Some people have brought up the Alec Baldwin thing to me. I want to touch on that before I lose my voice completely. I think Alec Baldwin's in a lot of trouble. Guys, I think you've read the news. I think he's in a lot of trouble with this shooting. From what I'm hearing from a lot of people, he had to say that he didn't believe he pulled the trigger. He has to continue to stick to that narrative. That's what he's going to ride. I'm sure whether it's cell phone, they're seizing the cell phone. I'm sure that there's going to be something involved in that. I guarantee you, whether or not he didn't call first aid right away, whatever it is, they're going to figure something out from that phone, who he reached out to, how he PR'd this. I think he's in a lot of trouble. I think his career was basically supported by the liberal left up until this point, propped up at least. He's a shell of the actor he was. They kept rolling him out there as if, like, we'll just keep putting Alec Baldwin out there. I think he's been tired for a long time, and he should probably just retire and call it good. Whether or not he's going to be part of a criminal investigation, as I've said to many of you many, many times, and, you know, I don't know much, but I know this. You sign a lot of indemnifications when you work on a movie set. I don't know how that will work out for him. I don't know. Yeah, now he's saying he only pulled the hammer back. There's a lot of weird stuff coming out, Rory. A lot of weird stuff that's not going to make any sense, that I think is going to be very damning to him in a civil suit when they unearth everything. I want to touch on politics for a quick second, guys. I've brought up a lot of stuff in politics the last couple weeks. There's a couple things I wanted to clarify. One in particular being something that comes up a lot, and I get a lot of messages about it, and I see these clips, especially what's going on in different countries, and I've posted some of them and what's happening. I'm posting a lot of that stuff, guys, so you can see what real violence is, especially when I have guys like Tony Blauer on, and we're going to be talking about fear, and we're going to be talking about fear management. It's important for everybody out there, including male, female, anybody in the self-defense space, anybody with their head on a swivel, anybody going out into these crowds, anyone really participating in the narrative, that there are these types of violent crimes going on. Now, I know some of them are in Puerto Rico or Mexico or here or there. I'm just sharing to show you what violence looks like. I know a lot of people are like, this is in Puerto Rico. And I'm like, I'm just showing you what violence looks like. If you want, I can share the car video everybody's already shared. And I just, I'm trying to give you guys a glimpse into what that looks like. And it's very fast. It's very abrupt. And, your adrenaline dumps through the roof. And there's a lot of scared people out there. Okay. And I think you have to understand that when it happens, it's going to be when you're at your least comfortable and the worst time of the day and the last thing you want to deal with. Any violence. That's how it goes. Any other questions, guys, send them through. I know I talked politically a lot about Biden and about midterms. I just want to say we are going to have more on the COVID virus, the effects on it politically. I'm working on some guests right now, including Robert Kennedy and some others that might be on. So just bear with me and just be patient. We're going to get some great folks on, especially after the first of the year. So hopefully everybody understands what's going on. We are going to be doing a huge renovation in here. Bear with me while it goes on. I'm going to do my best to keep bringing you episodes while all that's going on and what's happening in the studio and give you guys updates. I know there'll be some of you that are in here and popping in and listening in and out. To everybody that has a brand that wants to be on the show that has reached out to me, please feel free. I do my best to match up schedules. I will continue to do my best to match up schedules. I think this industry's in trouble, guys. I've said it for a long time. Even though the crosshairs aren't on us per se right now, I think this industry's in a lot of trouble. Midterms are going to be a really important time. A really important time. Hey, Kenny, happy holidays. Shout out to X-Bands. What's up, Kenny? Agreed about Kyle. He should just let his lawsuits run the court. Yeah, I agree, Eric. I think that's really important. He can do all the interviews he wants after. I think him doing the interviews now, and this is Kyle Rittenhouse, I think it's a little dangerous. He should just keep his mouth shut and he should do his thing. He's going to be a star anyway, and he's going to be a multimillionaire. But I think he should just let it take its course. He doesn't need all that fame right now. Go to college if your intention's to go to college, learn, meet new people, whatever, and just do your thing. Don't get into the mud. It is what it is. And guys like him, hopefully they have good guidance around them. That's all you can hope for is good folks around them. He can call me. I'll give him the same advice over the phone or face to face. Seems like a nice enough kid. And he'll hopefully be a great young man and an asset later on. Somebody that could help a lot. So I hope this all makes sense to you guys. I know that I've had a ton of guests through. It's a ton of content for you guys to digest. Please, I'm begging you, to the 30 people or so that come through here or whatever comes through here and listens in the meantime, while we're live, please like, subscribe, share. Do all the things that help the show. I still don't have the hats for sale. We're working on some stuff that might include e-commerce. I don't know that that's the case for 2022. We'll see. Right now, guests are getting them and some friends. I know you see them around and see me sharing the photos. I'm going to do the best I can to get something up there shortly. So I look forward to having 3PO on. As you can see, my voice, it's going. It's almost gone. I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate the support. Go thank all the sponsors. Go around, share some of their stuff. Let them know I sent you. If you purchase anything, let them know I sent you. And I appreciate all of you guys and everything that you do. And if you have any ideas or any way I can help, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll do my best to get back to you. I also have the moderators in here, whether it's Eric or Steph or anybody that chips in with the show. If you have to get me, don't hesitate to reach out. They can always help you. We'll make it happen. So I appreciate all you guys. Shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to Howlerhead behind me. If you haven't tried Dana White's booze, go check it out. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate everyone. We're out.